Hello and welcome to this session. Learning is an ongoing and dynamic process that occurs throughout our lives, enabling us to acquire knowledge, skills, and adapt to an ever-changing environment. This session is designed to delve into the very essence of learning, breaking it down into its fundamental components, the principles that underpin it, the motivations that fuel it, and the factors that influence it.
Objectives. At the end of this session, you will be able to define learning, classify the essential principles of learning, explain how to motivate trainees, and list the factors affecting the learning process. What is learning? Learning is an ongoing and dynamic process that occurs throughout our lives, enabling us to acquire knowledge and skills. Learning is not a one-size-fits-all process, it is highly individualized. It involves the acquisition of new information or the modification of existing knowledge, behaviors, skills, values, and preferences. This transformation in individuals is not always linear or straightforward. It occurs through various mechanisms, including cognitive processes, behavioral changes, and socio-cultural influences. Learning can take many forms, such as formal education in classrooms, experiential learning through real-world experiences, or self-directed learning. Essential principles of learning. There are 10 essential principles of learning. They are learning through sensation, activity-driven learning, building on past experience, interest as a motivator, early success as a motivator, purposeful knowledge, immediate application, diversity in learning, motivation, and sustaining interest. Let's look at each of these in detail. Learning through sensation. Learning through sensation is deeply rooted in how our senses interact with the world around us. Instructors must create an environment that stimulates all the senses, whether it's a science experiment or a piece of art. Engaging the senses not only makes learning more enjoyable, but also enhances memory retention. Activity-driven learning. Active learning is a powerful tool for educators. Learners who actively participate in problem-solving discussions or hands-on activities are more likely to grasp and retain information. Building on past experience. New information is better understood and remembered when it can be connected to existing knowledge. Instructors should encourage learners to make these connections. Interest as a motivator. Interest is a wellspring of motivation. It's the instructor's responsibility to make the subject matter engaging and relevant to the learners' lives. When learners see the real-world applications and implications of what they are learning, they become more invested in the process. Early success is a motivator. Early success builds confidence and a sense of accomplishment. Instructors should scaffold the learning process so that learners experience small victories before tackling more complex challenges. This builds a positive learning trajectory. Purposeful knowledge. Understanding the purpose behind what one is learning is a crucial aspect of effective education. Instructors should not only convey the what and how of a topic, but also the why. Continuous evaluation. Regular feedback and self-assessment are vital for growth. Instructors should provide constructive feedback, set high standards, and guide learners to recognize the quality of their work. This feedback loop promotes a culture of continuous improvement. Recognition and credit. Recognizing and rewarding learners for their achievements is a powerful incentive. While intrinsic motivation is essential, external recognition such as certificates, awards, or praise can provide an additional boost to learners' motivation and self-esteem. Immediate application. Learning is most effective when it is immediately applied in relevant contexts. Instructors should provide opportunities for learners to put their newly acquired knowledge and skills into practice. Application enhances understanding and retention. Repetition and skill development. Repetition is essential for the development of skills. Instructors should emphasize both accuracy and speed as these are critical for achieving proficiency. Speed without accuracy can lead to errors, while accuracy without speed can hinder efficiency. Diversity in learning. Recognizing and embracing the diversity of learners is essential. Learners have different learning styles, preferences, and paces. Instructors should employ various teaching strategies to accommodate this diversity, ensuring that all learners have the opportunity to succeed. Motivation. Motivation is a multifaceted concept in the realm of learning. It can be intrinsic, where learners are self-propelled by their interest and curiosity, or extrinsic, where external factors like rewards, recognition, or a conducive learning environment play a role. Instructors should tailor their motivational strategies to suit individual learners. Sustaining interest. Keeping learners engaged throughout the learning process is a complex task. Instructors must use various strategies such as promoting healthy competition, rewarding achievements, showing equal attention to all, maintaining impartiality in judgment, fostering a conducive learning environment, and providing engaging assignments. Here are some guidelines for trainers to ensure actionable steps for enhancing motivation and sustaining interest for continuous learning. Understanding motivation. There are two types of motivation, namely intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation. This is the internal drive that comes from within the learner. It is often the most powerful form of motivation. Trainers can foster intrinsic motivation by setting clear goals, highlighting relevance, encouraging curiosity, setting clear goals. Help trainees understand the purpose of the training and how it can benefit their personal and professional growth. Highlighting relevance. Show how the skills they are acquiring are directly applicable to real world scenarios. Encouraging curiosity. Begin the training session with questions that spark curiosity. Pose open ended, thought provoking questions that invite trainees to think critically and consider various perspectives. Connect the training content to real world scenarios and challenges. Allow trainees to apply concepts in practical exercises, fostering a hands on approach that stimulates curiosity through active participation. Incorporate multimedia elements and visuals to enhance the presentation of information. Bring in guest speakers or experts in the field to share their experiences and insights. Introduce elements of gamification to the training. Extrinsic motivation. This is motivation that comes from external sources. Trainers can use extrinsic motivation effectively by providing positive reinforcement, creating a supportive environment, and setting rewards. Providing positive reinforcement. Offer praise and recognition for achievements and milestones reached. Creating a supportive environment. Ensure the trainees have the necessary resources and tools to succeed. Setting rewards. Consider tangible rewards like certificates, small incentives, or job opportunities upon successful completion of the program. Sustaining interest for continuous learning. This includes creating interest and maintaining interest. Creating interest in learning. Initially, it is essential to generate curiosity and enthusiasm. Trainers can do this by presenting real-world challenges. Introduce practical, relevant problems that trainees can solve using the skills they are learning. Interactive learning. Use multimedia, group discussions, and hands-on activities to keep the learning process engaging. Storytelling. Share success stories of individuals who have excelled in their careers through vocational education. Maintaining interest. After the initial motivation, trainers must keep trainees engaged through encouraging competition. Healthy competition can inspire trainees to push their limits as long as it's not detrimental to collaboration and support among learners. Rewarding excellence. Recognize and praise exemplary work to create a sense of accomplishment. Equity and fairness. Treat all trainees equally and fairly, irrespective of their background or initial skill level. Constructive feedback. Provide regular, specific, and constructive feedback to guide trainees in their learning journey. Proper working conditions. Ensure that the learning environment is comfortable, well equipped, and free from unnecessary distractions. Active engagement. Design assignments that require active participation and application of learned skills. Engage the entire class with practical exercises, group projects, and discussions. Building relationships, trust, and communication. Establish a strong rapport with trainees by being approachable, empathetic, and responsive to their concerns. Individualized learning paths. Recognize diverse learning styles. Different trainees may have unique learning preferences. Adapt your teaching methods to accommodate these differences, such as visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learning styles. Monitoring progress. Track progress. Regularly assess and communicate trainees' progress. Continuous improvement. Adapt and update. Stay current with industry trends and adjust the training program as needed to keep it relevant and effective. Factors affecting learning process. The factors that affect the learning process are readiness or preparedness, interest, intelligence, motivation, attitude, feelings, frustration, aptitude, and individual differences. Readiness or preparedness. Learners need to be mentally and emotionally prepared to engage with the material actively. It's about creating an environment where they feel ready and eager to learn. Ensure that the physical learning environment is comfortable and conducive to concentration. Pay attention to factors like lighting, seating arrangements, and temperature to create a space that promotes focus and readiness. Use icebreakers and team building activities to create a sense of camaraderie among learners. Interest. Learners are more likely to engage with and retain information when they are genuinely interested in the subject matter. Instructors should strive to make their lessons captivating and relevant. Intelligence. Every learner has a unique capacity for understanding and problem solving. Recognizing these individual differences can help instructors tailor their teaching methods. Motivation. Motivation is the driving force that sustains learners' engagement. When learners perceive a clear connection between their actions and achievements, they are more motivated to learn. Provide meaningful incentives for achievement. Incentives can range from certificates and badges to tangible rewards, reinforcing the link between effort and positive outcomes. Attitude. Learners' attitudes, which are shaped by their personal beliefs and experiences, can impact their learning experiences. Instructors should be mindful of these attitudes and work to cultivate positive ones. Feelings. Feelings and emotions are powerful forces that influence the learning process. Creating a positive and emotionally supportive learning environment can foster a more effective learning experience. Frustration. Frustration is a natural part of the learning process when learners encounter challenges. Instructors should teach learners how to manage frustration constructively, helping them build resilience and problem solving skills. Aptitude. Aptitude refers to a learner's inherent potential for a specific subject or skill. Instructors should recognize and nurture aptitudes where they exist. Individual differences. Each learner is unique with distinct learning strategies and capabilities. Understanding and accommodating these differences is crucial for effective teaching.
This brings us to the end of the session. In this session, you have learned to define learning, classify the essential principles of learning, explain how to motivate trainees, list the factors affecting the learning process. Thank you for watching. We will see in the next session.